concluded that Morocco story extremely well, but I think it's only fair that we point out that this is not the first time that Morocco is trying to join another federation. They have applied to join UEFA before. They were rejected. They applied again to join the Arab League. They were kicked out. So even now, and that's why I asked you that question earlier, where are they going? Because I still don't see where they'll be anchored.
They have also tried to join the European Union as a country. And
yes,
that was also rejected. So it's like they feel that they're in the wrong place. Why ain't they two anyway?
Anyway, like you said, we need to move on to something else. This weekend we have
that value.
Yes, we have a game between Boys, that is Nairobi City Stars versus Wydad Casablanca. And to be very honest, Wydad Casablanca is one of the top teams we have in African football. Let's start from there.
Yeah.
And it is good that we have them in Nairobi. But now the shame of it all, as much as we as football fans want to go to the stadium on Sunday to go and support our very own Boys, hii ni walkover of some sort. And ni match haina maana at all.
Basically, it's a dead rubber, Muraya.
But not for Wydad.
For Nairobi United, it's a dead rubber.
Yes.
For Wydad Casablanca, it's about fighting to be top of the group so that they get an easier draw in the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinals.
Yes.
But then let's remember also, last weekend they had Azam. And our boys had Azam here, and we lost at home to Azam. So for me, it's been a tough, expectedly so, it's been a tough outing in the African Confederations Cup for Nairobi United. They won the FKF Cup. They've done very well. They've risen so fast. But then they went 1 yard or one step too far. At the African level or continental football level is a bit too high for them. We've seen Gor Mahia themselves, who have a lot more experience, who have a lot more pedigree, and who have been top of the Kenyan Premier League for a long time, struggling in Confederation football, African Confederation football. So it was expected for the Nai boys to struggle. But that said, we need to applaud their efforts, because we have not seen a match in which they've been hammered 6-0. Even the games they've lost in Casablanca, they were just hit 2-0. I watched the match. They had a very decent outing. They were not embarrassed. We have seen teams being hammered 5-0, 6-0. So it's been a decent effort from Nairobi United. They're going to strengthen their team. I've seen they've signed Kevin Wangaya, one of the bright stars of the under-20 national team. Hope that is, and that's a step in the right direction. So support for Nairobi United. And then I have another reason, Muraya, to support these guys. I am supporting them because I would want to stick it up to the Moroccans, who pissed me off so much. The fact that Wydad is Moroccan,
yes,
that's a good reason.
Then you have to bring Morocco back into the conversation.
Go to the stadium and stick it to them. Yeah.
And by that, I think we should go and watch that game, just for the sake of
stick it to the Moroccans.
And I hope the Nai boys show up, because when they show up, they do show up. And I totally agree with you on some of your sentiments, and especially the fact that the Nai boys, this being their first major tournament, playing in continental soccer, what they have achieved is huge. And basically, I expected so much from them, especially against Azam, losing here 2-1, then going to Tanzania and losing that 1-0. And you're right in saying they were never whitewashed by any of the big boys, because Azam, this is not Azam's first rodeo in continental football.
No.
They have been in it for the last 3-4 seasons. So basically, we are talking about a seasoned team in continental football. So them playing the Wydad Casablanca, for me, it's all about pride and those things of, wacha nikufe tu na Mwarabu.
Exactly. and when I say stick it to the Moroccans, some people may think I have an issue. You do have an issue. I hate the Moroccans. No, not really. I love their football. But what is pissing me off is this administrative thing. This is just bile and behaving. I don't know. There's some words I cannot use on media, but their behavior is totally off for me. The behavior of the officials and their approaches, how they're treating that football match. Ilisha, wacha ishe, accept and move on.
Tusonge. Inafika mahali, and that's why now you are noticing, even for us, it's becoming rather irritating. Because we cannot keep on talking about the same thing. Do you realize
Every show we
since
have.
the AFCON final, every show we've had,
There's a Morocco,
somehow Morocco
Well.
sneaks in. Sasa inafika mahali.
Let's look at FKF fixtures.
Well, FKF fixtures.
Gor wako top.
Gor wako top. And then unajua Police, by the way, were supposed to catch up on the top two, but then they drew their game on Monday against Bidco United, drawing that 1-1. But then now looking at the upcoming fixtures, we have the only game that is going to be played will be played on Monday, and that's Nairobi United. So I don't even know how. No, this has to be moved.
They have to move it. Yeah.
Boys versus Mara Sugar
On Monday. How do they play on Sunday
That's
and
the
then
thing.
expected to play again on Monday?
Because that looks like the only fixture for this weekend. All the other fixtures have been pushed all the way to the 13th.
I think the first job for Gisheru, the new CEO, will be to postpone that match.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. This one has to be pushed forward. So, because there's no way you expect a team to play two high-profile matches within the same time period. So, let's just look at the EPL fixtures for the weekend. And these, again, we will rush through. But though there's one particular match I'll want us to talk about because it's the early kickoff tomorrow. But then today we have a match in the EPL that's between Leeds United and Nottingham Forest. That match is kicking off at 11 p.m. The early kickoff tomorrow it will determine whether I'll have one more game before we say goodbye to my beard. Manchester United will be hosting Tottenham Hotspur. Not an easy match. Tottenham struggling, United on the resurgence, but then we know what happens. Sometimes it's some of these matches that look easy that end up being that banana peel.
Oh yeah, Michael Carrick will be tested again. Has he just had a lucky few first matches, or is he fit and ready to do this job long term? Tottenham is the perfect test for that. Tottenham this year, I think they've decided they have no ambitions of their own. They're just going to be messing up other people's ambitions. They did that to Manchester City. Now they have Manchester United tomorrow in the early kickoff. Join us tomorrow, then we go and do a deep dive on this one. Of course, Sunday, Mesfin, the producer, has insisted that he's going to lock us in the studio if we don't mention that his Liverpool team is playing Manchester City. My Manchester City.
So it's you versus Mesfin.
Yeah,
so this will be interesting for Noah and myself, because this is also in some sort of way a title decider.
Oh yeah, the same case with Arsenal Sunderland.
Yes,
because Sunderland finally have found their footing. They're back in 8th position. They had a sterling game last weekend. 3 brilliant goals scored. Now they face Arsenal. So as for Arsenal, it's going to be a tricky affair in that one against Sunderland. Yeah. So join us tomorrow for more EPL.
Exactly, and more matches being played this weekend. Fulham Everton at 6 p.m. tomorrow. Burnley West Ham tomorrow at 6 as well. Wolves versus Chelsea is also tomorrow at 6 p.m. Bournemouth versus Aston Villa as well. Newcastle versus Brentford completes the Saturday lineup. That match will be at 8:30 tomorrow night. And then on Sunday we have Brighton versus Crystal Palace. That one is at 5 p.m. on Sunday. And the match that Thige has spoken about, which is his team Manchester City versus Mesfin's team Liverpool, and that match will be on Sunday at 7:30 p.m.
Muraya.